Welcome back, my beautiful Alpha family. Ladies and gentlemen, rebels and renegades, dreamers and warriors, as the sun sinks beneath the horizon, dragging the weight of this day with it, I greet you not as a voice of reason, but as a voice of chaos and relentless truth. I stand before you today to speak of something far beyond mere survival, to speak of something that will echo through your bones and ignite the fires of your soul. For too long, you have been walking the path that others expect you to follow too long. You have been bound by the invisible chains that society has placed on your shoulders, but now is the time for you to rise and claim what is rightfully yours. Now is the time to show them what happens when they underestimate your power and resilience. They can't accept that you've silently outsmarted them, because they can't even fathom what you are capable of. They see you, they watch you, and they wonder how someone like you can be so still, yet so dangerous. They laugh behind your back, dismissing your quiet strength as ignorance, as passivity. But they don't understand the mind of a true warrior. The quietest ones are often the most dangerous, because we know when to move and when to wait. While they are out there expending energy, trying to defeat us with noise and distractions, we have already calculated our next move. We are already 10 steps ahead of them, while they are stuck in the moment, lost in their own limited perspective. And when the time comes when we finally reveal the full extent of our abilities, that is when they will understand that they never stood a chance. They will see that the game was always in our hands, even when they thought they were winning. You must understand this. It isn't about rushing or forcing your way to the top. It's not about shouting louder than the next person or breaking your back, trying to impress those who can't even see your worth. It's about playing the long game, knowing that the road ahead is yours and no one else's. They will try to break you. They will attempt to bring you down with their words and their actions. But remember this, no one can break what was never fragile. They can't break you because you were never designed to be broken. They have no idea how strong you are because they cannot see your foundation. They only see what you allow them to see, and what they see is the quiet storm that brews beneath your calm exterior. But when it hits, they will feel the full force of your rage and your power. Your enemies want you to show your cards. They want you to act out of desperation. They want you to make mistakes, but you won't. You won't give them that satisfaction. Instead, you will remain composed, silent, even in the face of their greatest attacks, because you know something they don't. You know that the greatest victories are won in silence, not in the noise of confrontation, but in the stillness of strategic thought and execution. They will call you weak. They will say, you are too passive, too quiet to ever be successful. But let them talk, for their words are nothing but the echoes of their own fears, their own inadequacies. They cannot fathom the way you think because their minds are too limited. Their vision is too short-sighted to see the full scope of your power. The truth is, they can't accept that you've silently outsmarted them because it shatters everything they thought they knew about success. They've been taught that the loudest and most aggressive person wins, but you know better. You understand that strength lies not in the force you use, but in the control. You wield your silence is your weapon. Your stillness is your shield. And when you move, when you finally decide to show your true power, that is when they will realize that everything they've done has been futile. They have underestimated you. They've been fooled into believing that they have the upper hand while you've been sitting back quietly, planning their defeat. And so I say to you, my fellow rebels, my fellow renegades, this is your time. This is your moment to rise above the noise and the chaos. This is your opportunity to remind the world that you are not just a follower, you are a leader. You are not just a survivor, you are a conqueror, and they can't stop you. They will try to block you. They will try to shut you down, but they can't stop what they can't see coming. They can't stop the unstoppable force that is you, because you have already outsmarted them. They are already playing catch up, and no matter how hard they try, they will never be able to match your intellect, your strategy, or your strength. They will whisper behind closed doors that you aren't enough, that you will never make it, that you are not worthy of your success. But let them whisper, because their words have no power over you. You are not bound by their limitations. You are not defined by their perception of you. They will never understand the quiet storm that rages within you, the fire that burns beneath the surface. They will never understand the depth of your mind or the strength of your will. They can't accept that you've silently outsmarted them because they simply cannot comprehend what it takes to become someone like you. They can't grasp how you've managed to navigate through the chaos and emerge stronger, more focused, more determined than ever before. But they will learn. They will learn when you rise from the ashes of their doubts and their scorn, when you stand at the pinnacle of your success and look down on the very people who once tried to destroy you. And as they scramble to catch up to you in the dust, you'll simply smile because you know something they don't. They were never in the race to begin with. Your strength lies not in the battles you fought, but in the wars you've already won in your mind, in the silent decisions you've made when no one was watching, when no one was around to cheer you on. Your greatest triumphs are not the ones that are visible. They are the ones that happen behind the scenes when you are alone with your thoughts and your plans, when you are carving your path in the silence of your own mind. That's when you win. That's when the real victories take place. And those who can't see it, those who can't understand it, will always be the ones who are left behind, scrambling to figure out how you did it, how you managed to stay one step ahead of them every single time. And so I challenge you today to embrace the silence, to embrace the stillness that others fear while they are out there making noise, fighting for attention. You will be quietly crafting your future, shaping your destiny, one small move at a time. While they waste their energy, you will be conserving yours, playing the long game because you know that it's not about how fast you get there. It's about the journey. It's about the steps you take and the wisdom you gain along the way, while they run around in circles wasting their time and their resources. You will be walking steadily down the path of greatness, and when you finally arrive at the top, they will look up in disbelief, wondering how you got there, but you won't even have to say a word. They will see it for themselves. They will see the result of all the silent work you've done behind the scenes, and they will have no choice but to accept the truth. So do not fear the silence. Embrace it. Lean into it, because it is in the silence that you find your true power, in the quiet moments when you can hear your thoughts the loudest, in the calm before the storm, that you realize who you truly are. You are a force to be reckoned with. And those who can't accept that you've silently outsmarted them will eventually be forced to bow to your strength, to your intellect, to your ability to remain calm and collected when everything around you is falling apart. They will have no choice but to acknowledge your power. And when they finally do, it will be too late, because you will have already won. So rise up, Alpha family. Rise up, rebels. Rise up, renegades and warriors, for your time is now. The world will tremble before you. They will cower in the face of your strength and your intellect. They will see what happens when you are underestimated, when you are silently plotting your next move, and when you strike. They will have no choice but to accept their defeat, for they can't accept that you've silently outsmarted them, but they will have to live with the knowledge that they never stood a chance. They can't accept that you've silently outsmarted them, and let me tell you why. Because people are blind to what is real. They live in a world of illusions, a world of noise, a world where power is defined by how loud you scream or how many people you can manipulate into believing you have control. But you know better, don't you? You understand the truth that many will never even grasp, that true power lies in the quietest moments, in the unsung decisions, in the strategic patience that others fail to comprehend. While they run around barking, trying to make a name for themselves, you sit back and think. You calculate, you observe, and in doing so, you've already won. They can't accept that because it challenges everything they've been taught about success. It turns their whole worldview upside down. They think they are in control, but they are simply puppets with no strings attached, flailing about without direction, while you are the one pulling the strings, the one orchestrating the dance of fate. It's funny, isn't it? How people have this desperate need to believe they are the smartest in the room. They're so focused on proving they are the dominant force that they overlook the one who doesn't play by their rules. They can't fathom how someone so calm, so composed, could possibly outsmart them. To them, you are an enigma, someone who doesn't fit into their narrow definition of what success and intelligence look like. You are the shadow in the corner of their mind, lurking just beyond their grasp, and that's what makes them uncomfortable. It's not your ability to outsmart them, it's that you do it without even trying. You've cracked the code to life, and it's not about screaming from the rooftops to get attention. It's about knowing when to stay silent, when to move, when to let your actions speak louder than any words ever could. The beauty of your success is that it is quiet, almost unnoticeable to those who are stuck in their own chaotic lives. They can't even recognize the methods you use, the strategies you employ. To them, everything you do is a mystery, and that mystery makes them uneasy. They want to label you, they want to define you, but they can't. They can't, because you're always one step ahead. They will throw all their tactics at you, trying to get you to reveal your hand, to show them your plan, but you remain silent. Every move you make is calculated, deliberate, and they are too ignorant to understand that this is not about speed or aggression, but about the long game. The people who are stuck in their rush to the top are the ones who will never make it because they never take the time to truly think, to truly plan. You know that life isn't a sprint, it's a marathon, and you've already mapped out the route, already prepared for every obstacle along the way. They might stumble and fall, trying to keep up with their frantic pace, but you will simply keep moving forward, steady and relentless, until you leave them all behind. They can't accept that you've silently outsmarted them because they never took the time to understand you. They assumed they could predict your every move, that they could see into your mind. They didn't realize that your mind is not something they can decode. It's a fortress, a labyrinth of thoughts and strategies that they will never penetrate. While they live in a world of predictable patterns and easy answers, you thrive in complexity. You find power in the unknown. Where they see confusion, you see opportunity. Where they see weakness, you see strength. The fact that you don't need to show your power or flaunt your knowledge makes them doubt your capabilities. They believe the world operates on a simple system of cause and effect, that if you want something, you must shout louder, push harder, prove yourself to the world. But you know that true power is the ability to control your circumstances without ever having to raise your voice, without ever needing to force anyone to bow to you. They can't see that, and so they cannot accept it. What they don't understand, what they will never comprehend, is that you have mastered the art of silence. You have learned the secret that most will never realize, that silence is not weakness, it is strength. They will continue to speak loudly and act hastily, thinking that their noise will drown out everything else. But in reality, it only highlights their desperation. They need validation. They need to prove they are right. But you don't need anyone's approval. You don't need to validate your existence to anyone. The quiet confidence that comes with knowing your worth, with knowing that you've already outsmarted the game, is what makes you untouchable. And that is something they will never understand. They'll never accept that you've already won before they even realized you were playing the game. When you observe the world around you, it becomes so painfully clear that most people don't think. They don't think deeply. They don't think ahead. They react. They act out of fear, out of ego, out of insecurity. They fight for attention, for recognition, for accolades, all in a desperate attempt to feel relevant, to feel important. But you, my friend, you are different. You know that relevance comes not from the validation of others, but from the respect you command in silence. You understand that true strength doesn't need to announce itself. It doesn't need to be acknowledged by anyone other than those who matter. And that's where you have the advantage. While they are running in circles, trying to get everyone to notice them, you are quietly positioning yourself, silently climbing the ladder of success, all while they scream at the bottom, wondering why they aren't moving anywhere. They can't accept that you've silently outsmarted them because it makes them question everything they believe about the world. They've been taught that success is about noise, about fame, about recognition. But you know that real success is about control. It's about the quiet power you have over your own life, over your own circumstances. It's about making moves that others don't see coming, leaving them in the dust, confused, scrambling to keep up. While they're out there shouting about their victories, you've already secured yours. While they're still arguing over who has the louder voice, you've already made your mark. And now you're simply watching them try to catch up. They'll never understand how you did it. They'll never understand the depth of your mind, the patience you've developed, the strategic vision that allows you to move in silence and still win. And because they can't understand it, they will continue to doubt you, to dismiss you, to laugh at you. But in the end, they will be the ones left behind, stuck in their own illusion of success, while you continue to rise to heights they could never imagine. The truth is, your success, your ability to outsmart them without even trying, is a reflection of your understanding of one simple principle. The world doesn't operate on the principles they teach you in schools or in the streets. It operates on something far deeper, far more complex than anyone can explain. It's about understanding the system, understanding how people work, understanding how to move through the world without drawing attention to yourself. It's about making your actions speak louder than any words could ever do. And they can't accept that because they've never been taught to think this way. They've been taught to think small, to think in terms of immediate results, to believe that success is about loud victories. But you know that true success is about making your mark quietly, steadily, without anyone realizing what's happening until it's too late. You are a silent force to be reckoned with, and they will never accept that you've outsmarted them. They will never understand how someone so quiet, so calm, so composed could possibly have the power to change the game. But it doesn't matter. You don't need them to understand. You don't need anyone to validate your worth. You've already proven to yourself that you are capable of greatness. And while they continue to stumble and fall, trying to get ahead, you'll continue to move forward, step by step, until you've left them far behind. They'll never catch up. They can't. And that is the true power of being underestimated, of being silent, of being the one who is always thinking 2 steps ahead. Keep playing the game your way, and watch as they try in vain to catch up. It's already too late for them. You've already won. But now the real battle begins. You may think that the war is over, that the silence you've used to outsmart them has given you victory, but understand this. The true test of your power isn't in the moment you outshine others or outmaneuver their attempts to undermine you. It's in the ongoing endurance that follows. Winning is not a singular event. It is a process, an evolution. And now that you've demonstrated your ability to think beyond the noise of the world, now that you've shown them that you can rise above their limitations, it's time to show them the strength it takes to maintain that victory, to secure it, and to push even further. What they fail to realize, what they will never understand, is that this is not just about one battle. It's about the war you've been fighting your entire life. The victories they see, the ones they point to in their misguided attempts to diminish you, are just the surface. They don't understand the quiet hours you've spent preparing, the silent tears you've shed, the moments you've been alone with your thoughts, your doubts, and your relentless ambition. Those are the moments they'll never see. Those are the moments that built you. Those are the moments that allow you to continue to outsmart them, even as they are frantically trying to catch up. They've underestimated you for so long because they think that winning is about loudness, aggression, and show. They believe it's about how quickly you can achieve something or how many people can see you do it. But you know the secret. The quiet victories, the ones they can't even see, are the ones that matter the most. It's in those quiet moments, the ones that are unseen by the public eye, that you sharpen your mind, your soul, and your body. While they were focused on their external image, while they were busy trying to prove themselves to others, you were digging deep within, pulling from a well of inner strength and intelligence that has always been there, just waiting to be released. And now that you've won, now that you've shown them that your silence is not weakness but a weapon, you need to recognize the power that comes with knowing that you've already outsmarted them. You've already won. But the real question is, what will you do with your victory? Will you stand still and allow them to catch up? Or will you continue moving forward, pushing boundaries, breaking limitations, and leaving them behind once again? This is where most people fail. They stop. They get comfortable with the win, with the praise, with the accolades, and they forget that greatness requires constant motion, constant evolution. The real war begins when you've shown them your strength. The real battle starts when you've reached the summit. The true test of who you are is not in how you win, but in how you continue to win after you've already proven yourself to be better than the rest. Victory is a habit. It's not something that happens once and then is over. To win once is to show that you can do it, but to win again and again, to constantly evolve, to outsmart them each time, that is the true measure of your power. The people around you will try to shake your confidence. They will try to convince you that you've peaked, that you've reached your limit. They will tell you that it's time to settle, time to rest, time to let go. But let me remind you of something. There is no peak. There is no limit. There is no end. Your success is not a single mountain. It is an entire range. And with each victory, you don't just stop at the top. You keep climbing higher, stronger, faster, leaving those who have underestimated you in the dust. They can't keep up with your pace because you've learned that success is not about the immediate moment. It's about the long haul. Now, there's a misconception in the world that success will automatically make your life easier, that once you've won, you will have nothing left to prove. But this couldn't be further from the truth. Success is not the end. It is merely the beginning of your real journey. It's the opening chapter of a story that you are writing with every breath you take, with every decision you make, with every step you take toward your next goal. You don't stop now. You don't rest. You don't give them the satisfaction of believing that they have any power over you. You keep moving, and you keep moving with purpose. The reason you've outsmarted them The reason they will never catch up to you is because you understand that the game is not played in quick bursts of energy. It's a marathon, and you are built to outlast them. You are built for endurance. This is your time. You've already proven yourself. You've already outsmarted them. You've already reached heights they couldn't even dream of. But what matters now is how you use that victory, how you sustain it, how you evolve from it. They will try to pull you down. They will try to make you doubt yourself. They will tell you that your time is over, that someone else is better, faster, smarter. Don't listen to them. They are the voices of mediocrity, of complacency, of fear. They want you to stop moving, to stop growing, to stop being the force that you are. They will try to convince you that there is no need for more, that you've already reached the peak. But the truth is, the peak doesn't exist for you. The peak is a myth, a lie that the world tries to sell you so that you don't keep pushing forward. And you can't afford to buy into that lie. You can't afford to be content with what you've achieved. You must keep going. You must keep proving to them, to yourself, that there is no limit to your power. And I know that the road won't always be easy. I know there will be moments of doubt, moments when you question whether it's all worth it. There will be times when it feels like the world is against you, when the noise gets too loud and the pressure becomes too much. But in those moments, remember this: you are the one who has already won. You've already proven that you can rise above, that you can outsmart, outthink, and outlast. They can throw everything they have at you, but you've already conquered what they thought was impossible. They can try to knock you down, to break your confidence, but it won't work. It can't work, because you have built yourself on a foundation that they can't touch, on a strength they can't break. Your success, the fact that you've outsmarted them, is not just a testament to your intelligence or your ability to plan. It is a testament to your resilience. It is a testament to your refusal to quit, your refusal to stop. They wanted you to fail. They wanted you to believe that you were nothing, that you were too small to matter. But you have already won, not because you proved them wrong, but because you never needed to prove anything to them in the first place. The true power of victory lies in its quietness, in the knowledge that you did it for yourself, not for the applause of others. You did it because you knew you were capable, because you believed in yourself when no one else did. And now, you must continue to believe in yourself, even when the world around you tries to pull you back down to their level. They can't accept that you've already won, but that's because they don't know what it means to truly win. Winning isn't about defeating others. It's not about beating someone else to the finish line. It's about conquering your own limitations, pushing past your own fears, and showing the world that there is no limit to what you can achieve. You've already won because you've proven that you can surpass your own expectations. And as long as you keep pushing, as long as you keep evolving, there will never be an end to your victory. You've already won, and now it's time to claim what is rightfully yours. The world will never be ready for what's coming next because they can't see you. They can't see what's coming. And that, my friends, is your greatest power. You've already won. Now go out and show them just how far you can go. In the end, remember this: you've already won. The silent victories, the quiet moments of strategy, the strength that others can't see. It's all part of your journey. They can never accept that because they don't understand the power of your patience, your resilience, and your intelligence. But it doesn't matter. You don't need their approval or recognition. Your success is defined by your own standards, your own drive, and your unshakable belief in yourself. The world may never catch up, but that's exactly why you are unstoppable. Keep moving forward, because the true victory is in never stopping. You've already won. Now, Go claim the world that awaits you.